I've posted to YouTube for the last 26 days consistently, and this is what I've learned so far. But first, what I'm going to need you guys to do, if you're new to the channel and this is the first time that you've kind of stopped in, or maybe you're returning viewer, which both I am highly grateful for. If you haven't already, just make sure to go ahead and like, subscribe, and then comment something below. Hopefully I'm able to help you out, or if it's something you already knew and you've tested, let me see let me know how the results were for you. But yes, I have posted one video every day for the last 26 days, and before I get into what I've learned and the results I've seen, if you're relatively small YouTube channel, or if you're just now getting into YouTube, which I've created my YouTube channel back in, I believe it was like 2013, 2014, and I've always kind of been on and off with it. And then when I was posting to YouTube, I wasn't doing it very seriously or consistent as I would have liked, because I was posting maybe twice a year and I wasn't getting any results from that. I was so focused on Instagram, and I did hop on the train where we all wanted to become a vlogger or some type of creator, in a sense, where YouTube was the place to be. And I, in a much younger time that I was in, mindset wise, I didn't see the instant results, and I kind of just backed away from YouTube and kind of stayed on Instagram mostly, went to TikTok, didn't really focus too much energy or time on that platform. But yeah, stayed somewhat consistent, been loyal to Instagram. Regardless, I wasn't as consistent as I have been on this platform as of late. And with that, I decided to challenge myself to strengthen, or not really strengthen, or to better my discipline and active consistency. So again, for the last 26 days, I've posted at least one video to YouTube, and I've tried and I've done so in hopes of trying to keep the goal in being somewhat entertaining, somewhat encouraging, in the fact of trying to help anyone gain the motivation in order to start their channel, to start gaining their consistency and drive to post more for them, giving you inspiration to help you figure out what it is you're trying to accomplish on, whether it's YouTube or Instagram, or not even social media, if it's just your daily life. And with that, that was my goal, was to being able to be productive and consistent enough to post every day, but help you guys out in the process in offering some sort of value. And in doing so, being as consistent, I haven't really felt much of a burnout yet, a creative burnout. And to get into the things that I've learned within those last 26 days is, you got to be willing to try something new every time. You got to start fresh. You can have the whole process of kind of reinventing, or not reinventing, but reusing material that you've kind of already had previously, but kind of freshen it up, right? So if you take a video that you did back a few weeks ago or a month ago or what have you, how can you take in what you've done and repurpose it in a way where it wasn't an exact replica of what you've done, right? Make it more fresh, make it more innovating for that. So try something new in regards to recycling, repurposing old content. Pay attention not to the numbers, right? Like, oh man, my subscriber count isn't going up as much as I'd like it to be. My views aren't, getting where I want them to be. Come on, we're a small YouTube channel. We're not going to have hundreds of thousands of views yet, right? Yet. I want to hear you say that, yet. But we are well on our way to getting there. But, you know, don't get so discouraged with those numbers. Pay attention to, you know, what videos did do fairly well. Like, what can you look at in like the last month of your content and be like, this video actually did really well compared to the rest of them. Now break that video down, watch how, or look at how long your audience retention kind of kept up. You know, like once it started to kind of peak down, or, you know, drop down, figure out what happened as to why that is, right? Is it because your videos are too long? Is it because you were, you know, not being as engaging? You were being repetitive with what it is in your statements of what you were saying? You know, whatever it is, try to figure out what it is, because there's a lot of, you know, research that kind of goes into just being able to pull this off. It's not like you can sit in front of your camera and just say things and hope for the best and then get discouraged when nothing really happens, right? Like, you have to be able to figure out what it is you need to do to improve what it is you're doing, because no one's just going to want to watch you kind of just go off the mouth and take them nowhere, right? I mean, you could just do a podcast for that, but that's not what we're doing right now. Maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe you want to start a podcast. So, you know, figure out trending topics, all that other noise, and, you know, kind of just go from there. Include that audience to do that. And again, within the last 26 days, when I look at my view counts, they're kind of averaging around the same area. I've had spikes for certain videos, and I've, you know, starting to make a few tweaks, and we just got to keep the ball rolling, right? I told myself, like I had stated previously, I'm going to post every day for the rest of the year, and, you know, see what I need to do, see what I need to work on, see what I need to stop doing, and go from there. Another thing that I have learned in staying consistent with a post every day, so far I'm up to, I'd want to say, about 2 subscribers per day within the last 26 days. Okay, and again, that's not crazy growth, but you got to think baby steps will also turn into miles at some point, right? And within that journey, our baby steps start getting gradually bigger and bigger, right? So little momentum is better than no momentum, okay? And that's how I'm looking at this. That's how you should look at this. And hopefully with the new approach that you might take to trying to establish yourself on YouTube, you can start seeing, you know, growth along these same kind of numbers, or possibly even more, right? Depending on what it is, the route that you're taking, and hopefully that, you know, your channel takes off. I hope nothing but the best for you. And one more thing I've learned is the power of remaining consistent, but even though you're posting every day, are your videos also as consistent as you just simply, you know, putting a video out there, right? Like, I feel like it's easy to take your camera, set it up, get the angle you've been wanting, and hit record, and then just talk for however long you want to make your video. Throw a couple little edits on there, you know, some background music, create your thumbnail, and post. Were you consistent in offering value? That's what I'm also trying to establish, right? I'm trying to get the engagement of you guys to let me know if I'm being of any help, right? And because again, I'm also a small creator. I'm not got the excuse me, I don't have all the answers. I'm telling you for my own experience and my own perspective of what's so far working, what isn't working for me, and offering them as a suggestion to see if, you know, you can utilize some of these tips. Maybe you can tell me what I need to do better, what I need to stop doing, and, you know, we can all grow together. So again, remaining consistent and offering the information, the engagement, and the entertainment to keep the viewer longer, and being able to have them comment on your videos so that you can respond back with an actual response, not just, you know, some emojis and like, oh, hey, thanks, right? No, be engaging. Ask your audience some questions. You know, try to get to know more about them, because obviously they're wanting to learn things from you and get to know you by being here for your video. And so with that, we're just going to kind of keep the ball rolling, because again, the results I have for the amount of content that I've put out so far, I'm proud of. You know, sometimes there are certain creators, small handful, you know, that have posted one magical video and it just happened to be the right time at the right moment with the right words and the right thumbnail, this, that, and the third, and boom, exponential growth, right? And in our case right now, that's not where we're at, right? Maybe it was their first video, maybe it was their 100th video, their 200th video, and we're still sitting pretty at, you know, our 20th, 30th, and we're still trying to work out all the kinks. It doesn't happen overnight, all right? It doesn't happen overnight. But yeah, so 26 days, 26 videos, 2 subscribers per day on average, I should say, within that time frame. Views, you know, up and down. I've had a couple spikes, couple drops. That's to be expected. And again, like, you want to be able to draw your audience in. You want the viewer for your video, you want to be able to draw them in, I would say within like the first 3, no more than 5 seconds, right? Because if you're offering some sort of information and you're doing it in a, excuse me, I wouldn't say sporadic, but more of like high energy, right? Make them seem interested, bring the intrigue to them, so that they're like, oh, hey, this guy has a personality. He's just not like, and that I feel like that's how I am, just off rip. Like, I just kind of sit here and talk, right? I don't have like that giddy, uppity energy. I try to keep that, you know, so I can be somewhat entertaining, and just goes with the development, right? So yeah, try it out, you know, remaining consistent, offering some sort of value to brighten up somebody's day with, you know, being entertaining, offer helpful tips, some advice that, you know, may has worked, or, you know, tell them what hasn't worked for you. Maybe that can help them avoid making the same mistakes, or, you know, save them some time, because we kind of all need the tips and the tricks, right? You know, we don't need to be going to watching hours of other people's YouTube videos that kind of beat around the bush and don't really give us a straight cut answer, because we aren't putting in the time ourselves, right? Like, no, it's just something that we kind of have to do and help each other along the way. So if you've done any of this, let me know how it's worked for you. If, again, you're new here and you don't know where to go, what route to take, how to do this, remember what I had said previously in the video. Just keep it consistent, right? The effort of the videos, the actual posts, the engagement, keep everything consistent. Try to do as much work or just as good of work in your newest video, or even more than your last video. Okay, so again, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I hope any of this advice helped. If not, you know, let me know what you were kind of looking for so I can, you know, look at some more of my my analytics and, you know, my adjustment situations that I need to take care of, and help me out, help a brother out. You know what I'm talking about? Small creators unite, you feel me? So again, I appreciate you guys stopping by the domain. What domain, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Demons Domain. Welcome. And yeah, if you're new here, feel free to watch some other videos. Maybe I can offer some other helpful tips, some, you know, insight, advice. And be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm growing on you. And if you are a returning viewer, again, I greatly appreciate you consistently being able to show up and show love. I've got mad love for your boy, and I love y'all for that. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. All right? But remember, keep your friends close, but keep your demon closer. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. All right? Day 27.